Hey team, Rachel and Gom here, 5-star diamond coach and founder of our team, The Elite Edge. This training is for new coaches helping you launch your business. And so we're going to get started right away. All right, so first things first, we're going to go to our team training website, theeliteedgetraining.com. We're going to go to the Start Here tab. Just click on Start Here. And this is all the steps that you should do this after you've already had your Getting Started Right interview with your coach. So if you have not had that yet, contact your coach. If for some reason your coach is not working the business, go to your coach online office and contact your diamond upline, and we will make sure that we get you started right. And so you want to make sure you go through the tasks that are right here, our team's Google Drive. And then the most important thing right now is this file right here, Launch Your Business. And so we want you to do this right away as a new coach. All right, instructions are here. And so, all right, so there's two different ways that you can do this, and I recommend doing both of them. And so right here is our social media post. You might hear Paw Patrol in the background. Okay, so here's an example post. There's a couple example posts and sample pictures that you can do depending on where you are in your journey. I like this one a lot. It's a little bit longer, sharing your journey a little bit more, being a little bit more open. And here's a link to a picture that you can use. If you're in the middle of your challenge, you could use this. If you've already done it, you can use this. Obviously, with each of these, you want to make sure that you're personalizing this so it sounds like you. And so those are all the sample posts. And with these posts, it's very important that you are actually following the guidelines here. It's important that you do not post a link to your Beachbody store or anything like that. We'll go into that more detail when we go over social media training, but we do not want to post any links to stores or anything like that. The goal is just to do one of these posts to get people know, to let people know what you're doing and what you're up to. And it's also important that you send your coach what you're gonna write and the picture you're going to use before you actually post it. We want to review it for you to see if there's any changes that we would make, so we can just make sure you have the most successful launch possible. So send it to your coach right away. And then also when you post this, I would do it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night around 9 p.m. Usually Fridays and Saturdays, you don't get a lot of traction on social media. So Sunday through Thursday at nighttime, after kids are in bed and everything, people are finally settling down on their phones and screwing around on Facebook or whatever. So that's the sample social media posts. And if you go to this launch, go back up here, the simplified steps for a follow-up is all right here. And that's the scripts that you'll be using for anyone who likes or comments on your new coach post. It's all very self-explanatory, but it's important if you have any questions at all when you go through this process of messaging people who have liked or commented on your new coach post to ask your coach. It's okay to keep the person hanging for a day or whatever to make sure you get the proper response. Sometimes someone might ask, how much does this cost? And you give them a price right away when that's not the most appropriate answer to do. So it's just important that you work with your coach as you get through this, because we want to help you have the most successful launch possible. Okay, next thing is personal outreach. And so this is the hot market strategy, and you got to make sure that you get, TJ, you got to make sure that you get fear out of your head of what people are going to think about what you're doing. And 10-star diamond millionaire coach Tommy Migrant said, don't you dare hold someone else's future back in your mouth because you're too afraid to talk to them. He said that. I think I heard him say that like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And that has just stuck in my head ever since then. You have no idea who needs you. You have no idea who needs Shakeology. You have no idea who needs this business. And so you got to get over your fear and just go for it. And so you could do a phone conversation. You heard me say fear? So you can do a phone conversation or text message. And the goal is to help people get started on Shakeology. And it's just kind of helping them test it for you. And yeah. And especially as a new coach, ignorance is bliss at this point. And so if someone asks you a question, I would say, I don't know about that. All I know is, and then tell a story. And so if you know your coach's story, you could tell that. If you know my story, you could tell that. So if they're asking about even like price or like anything like just special ingredients, thank you, special ingredients in Shakeology or something like that. What I always do, thanks buddy, is say, I don't know about that. All I know is my coach got started on Shakeology and it helped her lose 80 pounds. If for any reason you don't like it, you don't get results, you get your money back. So I don't know about that. All I know is story. And then obviously if you have any questions, contact your coach. All right, and so right here is the memory jogger. And so when you're inviting people to share Shakeology with them and using these scripts with them, use the memory jogger. And like I said, when you're adding people, when you're adding people to this list, do not prejudge. There's a lot of people that you can think of that you could add to this list. The goal is to get at least 200 people on your list. Send it to your coach as soon as you have it done. And when you are done with this, the next step will be going back here and going through level 1, level 2 training. So contact your coach when you're done with everything. And here's to a successful launch. Let's do it.